We have the ticket bug issue here where we've got different names of players. It is not important though, folks. We will just continue. On Alliance, we've got Admiral Bulldog on the Nature's Prophet. Chat, feel free to go crazy again. We've got Nuts, My Nuts. Why did he change his name to Nuts? My Nuts, clearly a better name. But My Nuts on Disruptor. Aki on that Undying, already getting a 2-man decay. Wait, we're gonna have a team fight and we're gonna have to call this. Let's see. They realize they don't want to be here. Do they have the glimpse? No. So both teams, well, not both teams, PRIES just giving up that rune, and they may actually lose both bounties. S4 on the Queen of Pain, and of course that means we've missed Loda on Slaughter. Loda Monster? Loda? With that big monster tag up there.
Well, he's definitely monster on this hero, I can tell that for a fact. He's been playing this hero even when it wasn't good, you could say, almost. That's same for, like, these weird kind of heroes that you've never really seen in the meta before, like Lifestealer, even Chaos Knight, they've still picked it when it wasn't really on anyone's mind. So it's great, always great to see him just show us what he can do on this particular hero.
Yep. So we've got in mid lane, they've both managed to pull their creeps away. It's going to be a nice start for them. But we've also got Aki and Admiral Bulldog. They actually decide to run the dual lane. It should be more harassment on the Ember, but they have a tri-lane up here for PRIES. Aki's a hard hero to kill, as we talked about with those decay stacks, so they might have to go on Bulldog.
Yeah, but Bulldog, he's kind of being screened by Aki to some degree, just being a kind of a shield for him at the side, just not even needing a ward that you usually see like in this kind of position or this or somewhere around here, just as part of support rotations. But I'm trying for it anyway. It does throws out the ice shot, but will not really do anything with it except tank a little bit of extra harassment. So this offlane dual lane working out so far and putting a pressure on Fastlow here.
Yeah, so in the meantime it does mean that Loda, he's having a grand old time bottom. It feels like these two should just be able to easily trade foam, and Flo, when he gets the boar up, it should be a bit of a pain to Loda, but he can also use it to stack Ancients if he feels so inclined. So he's got a couple options depending on how well the lane is going for Beastmaster.
Yeah, I mean, Disruptor not one of the supports that can really zone him out either. I mean, he went Thunderstrike level 1, but of course that's tickling it most, so...
Yeah, I mean, if he's out of position, they can certainly punish him, but it's gonna be a bit rough for a few levels, and he picks up an Indus, so he can either chill in lane, or he can maybe get some good damage onto Disruptor with that boar. Yeah, and we can see getting slowed. I don't think My Nuts will go down here, but, oh, he actually doesn't open on it. He's just gonna leech, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, just hanging around. It's on level E, Slaughter is close by, can sprint up really easily, so it's not really good kill, but... Yeah, I mean... Disruptor actually going for this
Aki's gonna look for a first blood, and here it is on Tame My Wild in mid lane. He basically Tame My Wild, he saw the refractions go down. S4, sorry, not Aki. S4 very quick on the updraw. He saw that he started ticking to the Shadow Strike and then immediately blunking and auto attacked Tame My Wild. So I think I just called him Aki, and my apologies. I was too excited for the first blood, folks. Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, my apologies as well. I kind of got grumbled by that one. Missed it completely, but hey, it happens. Especially to me.
It was very... I mean, Espero had been winning the mid lane already when it came to lost hits. Tame My Wild just having a lot of trouble with the Shadow Strike spam. Now it's dominantly in S4's favor. So, Tame My Wild, I mean, he can... Nobody's making ancient stacks, so he should start doing that, I think, now, just because you don't have a good time in lane. And in bottom, we have a little block.
Flo, what are you doing there? It's not the best place to be. Loda gets a crush off here. Do they have enough damage though? At least they're gonna keep him in for a while. There's Bash coming out, but My Nuts has to actually run away. Board chipping away, then plus the axe is not gonna be enough. And hey, there's a snowball here. Spot rotation in, will connect, and that should be a kill. Second blood being drawn down from lane. That's Loda all alone, but they've run out of juice to get him as well. And Slaughter, of course, being a tanky hero and all. Still losing My Nuts there. Not ideal.
It's never good to lose.
Yeah. Maybe overestimate or underestimated the tankiness from the Beastmaster as well. I mean, look at the Slaughter, you see the 6 armor and 720 health. You look at Flo, also 720 health and 5 armor, so it's not all that far off.
Yeah. Either way, in this mid lane, again, we've got the case of Loda. He's getting pretty good farm in bottom. S4 is really dominating this mid lane. It's something where if S4 gets up a fast Orchid, Ember is going to feel forced into that Manta or BKB, and it probably actually BKB. You really don't want to go the BKB, it doesn't give you damage. You want to build Ember like a glass cannon, and we have an engagement on bottom, another snowball in onto Loda. He might actually take, oh no, they're gonna kill Flowfos! One more auto attack and they don't need it, they get it with that Thunder Strike, and now the glimpse back onto Tusk. He has Ice Shards, maybe he can separate, but suddenly S4 is here, and it looks like stand-in no-name, probably gonna take a fall. There's the sprint from Loda. Oh, he just eats a mango, he doesn't even need the bashes, and of course the last hit is a bash.
Dire's bottom tower.
You're not going anywhere, says Loda as he claims yet another kill. Once again, I missed it completely, but Llama, of course. Thank you for casting that one.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, I just got off the back of some being camera, so I'm all prepped and ready. All my camera bones are warmed up.
Well, I'm just worried for PRIES right now because, well, we've seen how this middle lane goes squarely in favor of his 4, and then the rotation here giving him even more momentum, so he's gonna be miles ahead of not just Tamer Wild, but also the Ember Spirit, as you mentioned. But Tamer Wild as well. Temple Assassin is a hero. Oh wow, double damage even on S4, so it's gonna make it even worse once the diffraction is down, but Tamer Wild, for now, DD will expire, so it's gonna be alright. This 4 has to be kept out.
I think still kill him. Yeah, Sonic Wave. One more auto attack. Will it strike? No. Okay, well, he should have. He might.
Damage over time? Not enough. The refraction was up in time.
Yeah.
So Tamer Wild will survive. Not so much the Undying up top here. Have to sacrifice himself, but the zombies are still going on to fast slow. Not quite enough to actually bring him down with the help of that axe of the Dimension Breaker chopping them down. So miss one kill, but we catch an almost kill in mid at the very least. Didn't really expect his 4 to keep going there with that low health, but hey, almost made it work.
He had a bottle charge as well. Unfortunately, he didn't maybe get the most out of it, but either way, he's still in control of the lane, it feels like. Although, as I say, that Tame Wild picks up a regen, so that's really going to help him out. He's still really far behind. S4 is about 1,000 net worth higher.
Yeah. It's mostly due to the kills that S4 has been able to get though, or the kill and the assist, I should say, because Tamer Wild's actually doing quite well in terms of last hits. Of course, the refraction plus the Psyblade extra damage helping quite a bit, just being able to secure those even up against the Queen of Pain, but still, the problem still remains, and I want to touch on that a little bit earlier. Temple Assassin is a heavily momentum-based hero. You need to be ahead on this hero to actually make it work. You need it like you blink Dazzle before anyone can really be tanky enough to survive that burst.
Yeah.
And turn around, and you just can't afford to have that happen. And right now, it's looking like this may be the case for PRIES if this game goes on like that.
Oh gosh, what's in mid? Oh, they don't have any. Do they have sentries? No, they don't have. Oh, they're just gonna bloody keep screaming on her though.
Yep.
So looks like they have dust coming out. Yeah, goodbye, Tame My Wild. And the rotation. Oh, this must be really frustrating for Tame My Wild. You can see the smoke up from Tusk and Lina was right there. It was on its way. Maybe a bit of a miscommunication, or maybe these two smoked up to try and get there faster, but not in time to save Tame My Wild. And of course, it would have made it a 3v2, and maybe they could have done something. Also, Admirable Bulldog. Ugh. Words. He's transitioned to the jungle.
They're gonna run some miners here, snowball them up, there's a follow-up stun from Lightstrike Array, and Slow comes in. Easy pick off here, so they make the smoke work after all.
Yeah.
And what happened to the Bulldog there?
Oh no, it was just he has been doing the jungle, which I thought was an interesting way, deciding that the lane with all 3 of them was a bit too rough for him, and he's also really going for that Orchid, so Ember Spirit will have to go a defensive item here, and maybe more than one.
Yeah, it's not it really sucks for Ember though, right? I mean, you can still go for the booty travel builds and just kind of ignore what's happening on the map and just try and farm up. But with TA being as far behind as he is, by not being as ahead as he needs to be, I don't really think he can actually afford that. I think he needs to try and make use of that early game Ember Spirit strength. Once you get your couple of levels up and you have your Flame Gut max and the Searing Chains max, you can actually do quite a bit of damage. So they may just have to use that to try and get some momentum back.
And he'll be hitting bots soon, which will be nice. He also went for a bottle, probably gonna skip the Aquila then, but this bottle will really make sure he has mana for those combos. It is a bit, since you're an Agi hero, it's a bit mana intensive. So, gonna be nice there for the Ember. Again, it's a race.
Flow gets looks back at the bottom into the stun, and the Tombstone is there just to secure the kill, plus the bash.
Yeah.
Nice execution there, just a glimpse back into the crush. It's pretty damn good, plus the vision from the amplified damage, just make sure that you can get the glimpse once it's maxed out at ridiculous ranges. It's a really good combo, actually.
Yeah, of course, the bash damage and the slithering crush damage are physical, so the amp damage, the amp amplification spell just makes them all a lot better. So nice synergy on that hero, and okay, we got one stack finally in the Ancients for Tame My Wild, so he's going to go stack it again. And hopefully that'll help. He, as you said, he does like to snowball on the Templar. It's a hero you want to snowball on, but if you're behind, you can really easily farm Ancients because of your side blades.
Yep.
So maybe we can do something here.
They do pure damage here in the bounces, so it's... Oh, S4 has to blink away. Very aggressive movement here, courtesy of that haste rune.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I'm not gonna farm up the Ancients just yet, just probably try and stack it up one more time before they go for that. Maybe a couple of extra levels into the side blades. Wouldn't go miss either, but yeah, it's one of these comeback mechanisms that can work out for you. And I'm not sure if Alliance actually know about the stack happening. They can probably figure.
The Ancient?
But yeah, the Ancient stack.
I mean, they're probably not as... I don't know if they ever scouted it out, but it's not as bad as it could be. It's something where at 10 minutes you could have 7 minutes. Smoke is going to run into S4 with the Primal Roar comes out. They should have enough damage here, and the Light Striker Ray finishing her off. Tame My Wild, not even needed, so that is a huge pickup for them. He was top of the net worth before that, so
Radiant's
nice.
middle tower is under attack.
And now it's actually the Ember Spirits, so...
I mean, this
wasn't even part of
happen.
that kill, but hey.
Nobody's been up top for a while. He's also farming the jungle. He's got the bots. He's going to finish up a magic wand. And just with the bots, it makes his farming so much faster. Add the bottle into that, you know, it just really helps the sustain. So it's a nice build to go, and he'll probably work on the Battle Fury right away. Now, actually picking up Ring of Protection.
He
already gets an Aquila because there's already one on Templar Assassin, but he might decide he's split pushing.
We'll see, but yeah, we just saw what you can do with the Winds of Travel. You just leave a remnant there in the jungle somewhere, then teleport back to base, hang on mid lane to Tame My Wild. You're gonna get gone on here, and whoa, that was the first damage, but the turnaround is there equally. 1-for-1 trade, might get a 1-for-2 trade.
He got
so
the courier
far,
too,
Lina.
because of the Sonic Wave. Sonic Wave kills couriers.
So
yeah!
Hello. That was an extra casualty that I did not foresee, but did deliver his items at least.
It's actually really funny. Oh, are they actually gonna go on? No. Exploded just blinks away. He's got the blink up, by the way, and it's actually really funny and common. But we got a snowball in mid. Admiral Bulldog, is he gonna latch the Searing Chains? He's actually not going for it. I think he's far enough away from the creeps that he gets it. And now the trees, though, he just cuts his way through. He's got a nice little Culling Blade there because he's gonna build his Battle Fury, but he's glimpsed back and his Flame God is down. He's taking too much damage. A nice Ice Shot saving Fast Flow's life. On point from top.
That was a really close call there, absolutely. But yeah, Bulldog going down, not ideal. It's the first time I've actually seen him do something on the map, like apart from just being annoying up top. But sometimes you see just Nature's Prophet go for this early aggression builds, just try and hang on, there's the remnant forward. They do catch Miners here, and that should be a kill. No rotations there in time to try and help this, plus the Team Towers, so that's the kind of momentum that PRIES needed that we're talking about to get them back into this game. So yeah, they're finding these picks now.
Radiant's bottom tower is
and they're doing a really good job. Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah, it looks like Tusk is gonna fall as well. While he did get the kill on Slaughter, they paid for it dearly. Not quite sure if that was worth it.
I don't know. I mean... I'm really confused right now because last game was so quiet in comparison to this. Now this kill's happening all over the map, and there's gonna be more of that. I mean, both S4 as well as Bulldog, they're building both orchids, so it's gonna be plenty of silencing. Ember Spirit, he definitely needs a mentor, or he may even have to go for the BKB, which, as we said before, is not ideal at all for this hero. So it's It is rough, but a nice DD up on Tame My Wild. I'm going to get rid of all of those nice little stacks. Also, Beastmaster now getting closer and closer to his Necro Book, which is going to help them in a variety of ways. The passive, first you've got Inner Beast on Beastmaster, and then when you add in the Necro Book passive, your people hit really fast. And Vershon. Normally you wait for Deso, but with a DD and Meld Strike, you can probably get this. It might take a while. And they also have... just a Melder Man somewhere. I thought they might have had a medallion on someone as well. Tusk can build that if he wants to, but yeah, maybe enough. But Alliance, they may know what's happening. They're sending one of the Treants out. Imagine Reggie, he's invisible. He will pop the smoke. That'll make Alliance unsure about going and committing into this for the time being.
Yeah, hello,
scout
little
out that
free
there's
man.
no one else, and now he will blink in, maybe? Will the fight take a while? He will be amplified damage on, but now Fastflow kind of caught in a bad spot on the wrong side of the scene. Loda though taking the dragon to make a burst, but take a while, but he's gonna fall. S4 blinks in, looking for Flow, just chasing him off, and actually double kills. Lina also just mills under that. I just keep not seeing Lina there, but hey, back to the game.
She got hit by the Sonic Wave in the back.
Yeah, once again, it's just the same advantage, just never see it actually happen, but hey, they're gonna still take a rush on the stun up top. I don't know how they did it, but they did. Lines comes in, will beat the Aegis straight off the bat. But there was a promise of 2 kills here, it might still happen. There's a glimpse back onto Match Breaker with the Tusk. Siswar will get that, now Fastflow coming in to try and get a counter. It's not going to happen though with the blink out again, so Aegis immediately used for extra gain. Was it worth it though?
So I think, yeah, I don't think it was worth it, the Aegis there, but I think that they thought they had a really great setup with Slaughter getting both of them. Unfortunately, the snowball save, so it happens.
Yeah, but I don't know. It feels like it's a really awkward angle to engage up here from inside from the low ground up top.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm owing because this Ember Spirit, he's decided. I'm not 100% sure on this. I think he's going Yules. It's going to help him with the silence. He maybe doesn't realize that both Admiral Bulldog and S4 have silences. So I have Orchids at this point. So
yeah, well, they just picked it up. So, but yeah, you could have probably picked it from the from the Oblivion Stars before.
You can also get rid of Static Storm. Not get rid of it, but you can tank some of the time duration. Because of course, if Ember Spirit gets silenced by that, he doesn't have a way out without a BKB early. I really think this unfortunately was a BKB game just because of all the silences. It's just full stop a really rough game for Ember, the way they're itemizing. Because even if he got a BKB, it would go down to 5 seconds very early on, and then they just wait it out and silence him afterwards. So.
Yep.
It is the Yules on Ember.
Not too sure about that either. Just...
I've seen it before. It's not. I don't think it's even. It's picked up quite a bit in programs. Not quite a bit. It's not, you know, one of the most common, but it's not outlandish either. It's not something we've never seen before. It just really puts your battle fury timing back, and you do need that against this lineup of alliances. You need the battle fury.
Fall, the Loda comes in, Link Crush, amplify damage. There's a Static Storm, and no use just yet. Yeah, speaking of setting back his battle fury timing, now that's his Yule's timing set back as well, and
in mid,
just
my wild goes down. Yeah.
Just once again, all over the map. Can't we blame him for this, can you? It's like... Oh man.
It's a nice
Sun here from Loda, S4 comes in, and that's open, but a little bit of extra depth, but now Zerman will throw on the sword, they will bring him down. Loda doesn't have enough to crush. Back from the backline, Zaki comes in to try and salvage the fight, and they will. 5-for-1 trade now across the map, plus tier 1 tower. Beautiful blink in initiation there from Loda. They give up as 4, but they gain so much.
Yeah, you get 2 towers here, most likely, and not feeling like without that Battle Fury from PRIES that they have a way to stop it. I think if anything, yeah, Ember should have probably BKB'd then Battle Fury if he was really worried about the defensiveness. He's trying to be a good teammate and come to some of these fights because he was having good early kill potential, but as we saw, Alliance picked off 1 in bottom and then they just immediately went mid and picked off the rest, knowing that they had the numbers advantage. So a really smart play from Alliance.
Soldier's fortune.
If you look at the graphs, those last couple plays, they netted them about 7,500 gold advantage here once that updates. Same for the experience, so that was the first major bump we've actually seen this game. PRIES so far have been able to keep it under control, yeah, as much as you could expect, but with the draft disadvantage, feels like that's not nearly, or hasn't nearly been enough. And yeah, just getting harder, but of course, you still have the Beast Master, and there's a bunch of things that you can do with that hero on the back of the Hawk, especially in this game with the Boots of Travels already up in Ember, so you can still try and go for the split push route. Up against the Nature's Prophet though, you're evenly matched.
Yeah, so gonna be a bit rough from PRIES, and also with that lost team team fight that put them firmly behind. They're about 7,500 and experience behind, and almost the experience more worrisome because we're going to be seeing that level 2 Static Storm, level 2 Flesh Golem, pretty worrisome. Oh gosh, here come the Orchids coming out. There's a snowball in the, I don't know if Tusk wants to be there. Nice Static Storm as well. This is the problem with Tusk, and now, yeah, he's just going to eventually go down. Actually, they do a good amount of damage to Arky, but here's Bulldog. He gets one in the trees, and a Sonic Wave on 2. Essenball, the Soul Rip, just heals him all the way back up, and one more auto attack on Slow, the amp damage, making it so he's no longer tanky, and they're still going for more. Ember Spirit manages to remnant away. Queen of Pain does have her Orchid up, but she's not going to dive into their base, I think. Oh gosh, I'm wrong.
Dire's top tower.
No, she doesn't. She's not able to get the Orchid off.
You're just about to eat your words there, but hey, that's what should be alright. You're really protected here by the lightning rods. Man, it was just excellent execution and almost with too much ease, but that's just the lineup they have. We saw the Blink and Orchid, and then the try for Counter Initiate from Tusk, but the rest of the team wasn't really there, left him to die. That's exactly what happened, just straight into the Static Storm, no way out, easy pick off, and then Admiral Bulldog teleporting in closer to the back, looking to continue the fight, trying to hold up whatever of PRIES lineup was left for the rest of his team to catch up and clean up as well, so well done indeed, as I do get some calls to up the in-game volume, so we'll do just that right now.
Either way, we've got the Shadow Blade up on Admiral Bulldog, we've got Loda working on his BKB, and that's just going to make him not have to worry as much about any of this Ember's damage. He can run right into it. He's still vulnerable to a lot of what comes out of Beastmaster being physical and of course Primal Roar going through BKB, but he will have a much better time now against Lina, the stuns coming out of Tusk, and Lina's nowhere near an Ags of course because she's a support Lina, so he doesn't have to worry about Sprint Laguna Blade as much.
Yeah, it's on the far horizon here for this Lina, and it looks to be the game as well for PRIES, going further and further behind. Still holding on to the tier 1 bottom here, which is a little bit of a miracle.
Yeah, one big team fight can turn these types of things around. There is weaknesses in Alliance's lineup in that if you get Nature's Prophet off the match, if you can find him, pick him off, yes, it's hard, but with the Necronomicon beginning to come online for Beastmaster, it gets a bit easier, and if you can pick him off repeatedly, there's a weakness there in Alliance's lineup, because, they do have that split push, but haven't been using it too much, and they're going as 5 on this bottom lane, it looks like, although Nature's Prophet, he's about to go top. He might kill off Ember if Ember isn't careful. He's got the Shadow Blade, he's got the Orchid, he's gonna need a lot of damage, but Ember remnants away.
Yeah, I mean, if you only have that one silence or not even that, then he still has the Yules now, so it's gonna get a little bit harder to try and lock him down, especially all alone, but hey, it's all the space in the world for Alliance here to just keep going down in the bottom lane. Espero is not in a position to fight yet here, especially with the item build that he's been forced into, more or less. So Alliance just holding all the cards right now.
Yeah. So, in top though, Templar, she's getting close to her blink. It's maybe not, the most ideal timing, but she of course does have the Deso up. She'll get the blink. This will help them wave clear some and also maybe pick off people. They need to start carrying dust. I'm still not sure if they've seen Bulldog's Shadow Blade. Yeah, they have, I think, because we've got dust up on Tusk. So. Oh, but in bottom, it looks like a glimpse into a Static Storm. Ember does manage to get out, and he's going to be fine.
I've never seen that happen. Remnant's
instant cost point, and Static Storm applies in ticks, so I think he could Remnant off the glimpse.
Oh yeah, that's probably it.
So. You can, I think you can Remnant during that time, and it doesn't pop you. You're, invulnerability frame and so on, blah blah blah. So, lots of options there. I'm not actually sure on the Static Storm. I feel like it has ticks, because I think I've seen people blink out of it after Aegis in a Static Storm, so.
It's really weird. It feels like it should immediately start doing damage here, because, but I'm not actually sure what the tick interval actually is, to be honest.
Yeah. Either way, Admirable are just returning to being a split pushing machine, maybe also going a BKB on him, and DD on S4 again.
One might look to turn that into a kill on Emberspit, but he won't have any of it. He's just trying to stay as safe as possible, as you would expect. Same time, it's actually Tamer Wild, who's doing split pushing duties up here on top, but Alliance, they don't really care. Or do they? Doesn't really look like it. They're looking for another Roshan, which is of course the bigger price and definitely worth giving up a tier 2 over if you even lose it. We do have Admiral Bulldog just taking care of his lane here. You can of course come back in about 10 seconds once the TP comes off cooldown again. This version that will get sprouted out by the first decision, but just a tad bit too late to actually do something about it. S4 claims the Aegis once again, goes right to work on his tier 2 bottom. Or tries to here with the... there's one creep left to break the ragdoll region, so that'll do. Oh,
yeah,
Bulldog held her. Once again, Loda came to help.
Oh yeah, he also used the orchid. It makes it hard for
middle lane fast flow. Is he actually good? No, wow, that was super damn close though. It was just a blink crush plus on the amplify damage.
Bulldog's going. Oh, he thought it might be up here. He's going for Windex. You can see her here. Oh, he doesn't manage to quite hit the sprout, but very close. And in the meantime, while all of this is happening, he just buys space for the push on bottom.
Yep. Plus, he's actually going in. There's a big mistake. The stack slot goes down. And that's a Tusk going down as well, looking for more. Looking for flow in the back. And what?
They'll still get the kill, but he missed the Sonic Wave on one.
They still all die. Fast flow, not quite yet though. But he's being silenced up, trying to use it up, and Bulldog is here. Doesn't have his own use though. Problems in BKB just to keep himself safe, so they will at least chase away the Emperor's Bird and claim the tier 2 for sure. As Loda does have an invincible blinks into the base, gets it on fast flow. His voice as well. That's the kill. Finally, they claim that elusive Emperor's Bird. No buyback, nothing really to try and save the base with everyone dead on cooldown or not really doing too much. That should be at least a set of racks.
Yep. It feels also hard for PRIES here. Ember Spirit can defend against supers, but he doesn't even have his Battle Fury yet, and you do need another damage item. They have a glimpse backwards. It's going to be the Lina. Are they going to go on this? She has Laguna Blade and so on. She's actually just going to stand there, taking, it's kind of a zoning kinetic field. She's taking some urn charges, and they just silence up tomorrow. Slithering Crush misses, but that's just fine. They're not too worried about that. So one rack's down, and Alliance's game looking closer and closer being in a favor. But Primal Roar onto Loda. They put a bunch in the snowball. Oh no, it's just the Tusk. I thought he brought TA with him, but it's just gonna be a death like that. And now Tame My Wilds just having a rough time up here. No more fraction charges. Queen of Pain. Oh, they use the dust as well in silence, and that's her GG call.
Yeah, it's just a little bit too much. The momentum just squarely in favor of the Lions with minute 1. As they still keep going here, Lina will fall to Ake of all people. Double kill for him to end the match, and swift to a victory here for Lions. I guess most people expected that. I didn't actually check the odds on Dota 2 Lounge earlier. Yeah, 86% in favor of Alliance. No big surprise there, but hey, PRIES, they... I don't want to say they looked bad in the first game. They had a pretty good draft going, just weren't able to execute it really. And similar in this game, I wasn't really convinced by the draft in first place, but just not being able to snowball with these kind of heroes, that's just only one way to go for the game.
Yeah. So,